Judah, the one movie I did want to talk to you about, because the only celebrity I've ever encountered that my heart ever skipped a beat was for Springsteen.
Oh, we can go one episode without talking about Bruce Springsteen.
I happen to be from the same areas in New Jersey, and I was just curious what your experience was like. You know, working on The Wrestler, working with Mickey, and working with Aronofsky, and you know what that was all. That
was awesome. Great. Yeah, no, that was. Well, I have to go in a minute, but that was great. That was a cool movie. I read the script, and I was like, holy shit, I gotta fucking figure out a way to get in this. This is fucking good. Because, you know, a lot of the stuff I get is, you know, it's not good, but, you know, we're in a capitalist society that doesn't provide healthcare, so I gotta try to get jobs, you know. So, you know, there's no stand-up comedy union. There's no healthcare in stand-up comedy. So acting, if you do enough work,
you don't live in a cardboard box. Can we just
look, they say the outdoor air is safer, so I'm on the street.
Because you really, like, this really looks like you're living in a box.
Look, I view people who live indoors as anti-environment. So, The Wrestler, I think was a great movie. Aronofsky, I was a fan of. I auditioned for it. Now, I had been a wrestling fan. I used to drive from New York to Trenton to Philly to go see ECW in the 90s. So, and I know some wrestlers. Mick Foley, I know. Brian Hefner on the Blue Meanie, I know. I know other wrestlers. So I talked with other wrestlers, some wrestlers who I knew for research. I campaigned a lot on my own, did a lot of work to try to really get that part. I did get it. And when we filmed it, it was the opposite style of 30 Rock acting. 30 Rock, you got to do word for word. You got to say it the way they want you to say it. The Wrestler was like being in a documentary, except they told you what to say beforehand. It was completely as natural and real as possible. So yeah, I was only there a couple days, but that was a great experience. Yeah,
I like that movie. I actually interviewed a wrestler. I introduced Matt Seidel, who Evan Bourne, and cool. It was cool. I didn't know really. I mean, I used to follow, but that was back when Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan was a thing.
I was into it.
That's nothing wrong with following at that time. Nothing.
No, I mean, my dad used to go like I don't know if it was like the third Wednesday.
You had a good father.
I did, and we always sat ringside. But I also knew that it was somewhat pretend, and I used to find it funny the people that really thought it was real. And this was back. Now I think most people know that it's just sort of athletic theater.
I was into it for a very brief period during the peak of the Attitude Era. I actually went to WrestleMania 15 in Philly, and that was obviously when Steve and Dwayne were basically at the top of the business. And
that was a great era.
It was. And the comedy. And listen, say what you want about Vince McMahon. When he puts himself in the storyline, especially as the bad guy, it is comedy freaking gold.
Yeah, no, when wrestling is done well, it's not always done well. I mean, many things are not always done well. But when wrestling is done well, it can be a great art form. It really can. You know. And the wrestlers, talk about a hard life. They have it really hard, you know.
They need to unionize. I want to unionize them.
That's one thing that Seidel talked about.
There's, they need to be unionized.
Trinity. Yeah, there's a number of lists. You get the right people behind it.
But 20 years ago, we tried to sort of do like a unionizing of the comics, but that didn't work. That one day it might happen, but
that would be cool too.
There's too many that don't want to do it.
The wrestlers are abused. They're abused.
A lot of people are. A lot of workers are.
Yeah,
that's the dynamic of humanity is abuse. You know, if you look at human beings are the most destructive force the earth has ever seen. They've never seen anything like it before. You know?
And we'll leave on this note since I know you got to run.
Perfect.
Just as, in my opinion, the greatest comic of them all once said, George Carlin said, "We are not going to destroy the earth. The earth is going to shake us off like a bad cold if we get out of line too much." And that's the truth. So
he was great. He was great.
Yeah. He was. And you are great too.
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. We will reach out if you can do something for us on the 20th. That would be amazing.
Yeah, hit me up. Hit me up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for being you, my friend.
Much.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Have a great evening, brother.
You know it, winners.
Take care, man.
Bye. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.